Testing 1, 2, 3. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Let the universe be here. You know that with the little bit that we know, you can create anything that you want. You can have this conjecture in yourself. It is called imagination, right? Visualization, okay? So let the whole universe be here with us. All sentient beings, all kinds, from all kinds of places. Do you think they exist or don't exist? What do you think? Of all the trillions of galaxies and the trillions upon trillions upon trillions of planets, do you think there's no other planet in the universe with beings of intelligence? That could be a subject of a meditation also. Comfortable posture, undisturbed. The reason why people are asked to assume a comfortable posture and be disturbed is because it's a means to give yourself an opportunity to relax, to be calm, to better acquaint yourself with your own being, that you might find out whom you are and question that which you don't understand and listen to that which you can learn from your own heart and your own soul. If we want to acquire a sense of perception, another thing that we can do when looking at ourselves is query ourselves. Why are we here? Who are we? How did we get here? When? From where? And what are we in the first place? When you ask these questions, there's 6 of them, right? 5 W's and 1 H. When you ask these questions, you don't have to answer them all. You can just ask one question and investigate it in your mind. This can be a focus, a concentration. This can be a meditation and developing a sense of mindfulness. There are many ways. The latest book that I'm reading on mindfulness and meditation, because I like to read them to compare notes, to see what other people are thinking. And I recommend doing that to you, as well as about breath work, about becoming your breath's best friend. Why not? Somebody should be. What is more important than your breathing, right? Of course. Yet back to this 6 inquiries that one can make about a subject matter, and we're talking about ourselves, and we're talking about mindfulness and meditation. We're talking about being comfortable and being undisturbed. We're talking about learning to focus better and improve. You know, it's the same thing about everything. If you just do it one time, you can't really expect too much in the way of results. But if you practice it more often, then with increasing practice, you become better and better at it. Be it a language or be it a sport or be it just about anything, right? At this point in our lives, we're saying to ourselves, we want more than that. We want to be, we know this. We know this already. We want to take it to another step. We want to take it to another level. In my opinion, a good part of learning is one's perception. What do you perceive? What are you analyzing and thinking about? And how that influences us. In that book that I was just mentioning and talking about its content, it says that one should be a witness, just being a witness, no more than that. Being an observer of your life, of what you're thinking, of what you're feeling. And reflecting upon this, I think there's a lot of good points to that. And I think that's what people mean by wanting to have a sense of solitude or silence. And to also clear their minds, not have lots of intruding thoughts or, in a sense, delusions or creations that we're making in our imagination. And these kinds of things. So you want to clear these out. You want them, there'd be nothing in that cubbyhole, let's say. Which is alluding to me, because I don't think that's all of the story. I think the story is more than you and I have the capability to discern that the little that we perceive in this universe is a very small part. Sometimes we have glimpses, have a sense of awareness of out of the ordinary circumstances, events, things that seem to be. Even something as celebrated as samadhi. What does this word mean? What does it represent? Does it represent a sense of nothingness, a sense of just observation, of being a witness? Well, it's kind of like one thing on one hand and nothingness, and one thing on the other hand being in samadhi. And in some ways I think we could piece them together, because nothingness could be zero, right? And oneness, samadhi, is another thing. So you put them together, 0 plus 1 equals what? It actually equals 1. So you see, as much as people purport to say this, I can't agree. Nothingness? I think it's a miscommunication when people say this. The wiser you are, the stronger in your heart and mind, the more accepting and allowing you become, the more that you can see. It is many little things that help elevate one's awareness. You will see, if you don't already, immediately or soon thereafter, when you're thinking, and these ideas and concepts return. This is the opportunity that your own being is giving you to do something different. What are you going to do? The more that you meditate and practice and become more mindful, you will see that you will begin to make better and better decisions. Unless you just are a masochist, then maybe you won't. But anyone that's here, I would think, is aligned with the attitude and the desire for self-improvement. And that's going to mean something unique to each of us. And you need to be wise. And you need to investigate yourself. You can use the tools that people offer you in these, like the book I'm just finishing. Or you can learn by yourself. And my suggestion is instead of following other people, that you follow yourself. Because you must learn whom you are. With that said, there are also many people and many times throughout history, of recorded history, where there are beings who offer intelligent and wise advice. This is what we each need to consider and add to our own sense of perspective in thinking about the concepts and ideas that people are sharing. It's very important because you can be misguided your whole life and from birth to death be unaware of things. I mean that in a more spiritual sense, that there is so much we contemplate so little. Meditation and mindfulness is an opportunity to practice and become more spiritual with yourself. It's not a prayer. It's not a chant. It's not an incantation. It is seeking to improve yourself as a human being. Simply that. When you do this, do you think that 1,000 million years of evolution is going to let you down? No. How many generations of life do you think there has been in the line of the DNA from when the life began to you and I being here today? Right? Meditate on that. Be mindful. Open your heart and your mind. Accept, allow, and perceive. You are answering one of the questions. Who are you? Or it could be for another question. What are you? Or it could be for another question. How are you? You're pretty old. You're millions and millions of generations. If you look into your own mind, if you have a sense of visualization and behind your closed eyes, there is a screen. People call it the third eye. When your mind is clear and clean, then you may see people traverse across the screen or beings. Look and learn. How many generations do you think you are? You think you were just born to your mother or father? Do you think maybe your grandparents exist? That's like 3 generations. I'm talking millions upon millions. Do you think not all life wants to be nurtured and grow for all of this time? Yes. Yes. Do you think a frog wants to die at the end of someone's gigs? No. Do you think a fish wants to be caught while they're swimming in the sea? No. Okay? Your heart and mind have your answers. You need just to be receptive of them. They are stirring, swirling all the time. It is you or I ignoring whom, what, and how we are. So allowing one's calmness and sensitivity to just be that casual witness and observer to your life. Watching. Learning to be understanding and kind. Learning to be compassionate. For who? For yourself. For all these things that you might feel you have lacking. Look at them each in a sense of a new eye. Look at them with a sense of understanding and kindness and compassion, empathy. If they are unsatisfactory, or these things are distasteful or bad, then begin making your changes one step at a time. Change is in everything. Change is in everything. Change is the constant. Staying still is impossible. Energy runs through everything. The samadhi, the oneness, is the energy of creation. It is the primal energy. It is the same energy in the air that we breathe, that makes up our fingers, that makes up a nail or a beautiful ceramic sculpture or a cloud or a clump of dirt. It is all full of primal oneness. If you choose to see, to visualize, to accept, to allow, it is this. Think of these words and allow yourself to feel the light, closing your eyes. Find yourself in the direction of a light, and you will see an orangish hue. It is your optic nerve responding to the light flowing through your closed eyelids. Let it grow in your heart. Put it there. Visualize it there. Okay? Please. And breathing calmly and being undisturbed, rise. Rise in your own sense of harmony, your own wisdom, your own sense of accomplishment, because you're here struggling or practicing or being in a revelation of something crucially important as one's breath, is one's self-awareness of one's vitality, of one's life, that golden glow. Would you not want to realize it? Or would you rather be nothing? You get what I mean? So it's such silliness. We spent quite a bit of time already. I think we're going to say goodbye, although I don't want to leave. But it's time. Have a wonderful day.